Hello, everyone. We're live and welcome to the Dream Team. And of course, that includes our beautiful Nick and our Jasper. So, Nick, how are you doing?
Oh, well, I first of all say hello to everybody, and I see some beautiful names in the chat. Good to see some familiar faces. And I say that because I sort of feel like I make up this little avatar for you. If I don't see one, it's just an initial. So, when you see someone and you meet them in real life and you go, wow, I thought you were taller or shorter.
Yo.
It's probably completely different, but it's more about a feeling of a person. So thanks for joining us. And yes, it's been a very quick week. I feel like time is just irrelevant now, completely irrelevant in my life. A lot of dreams represent that too. But yeah, no, it's been a tough week in some ways because of sleeping patterns. Nights where I haven't slept at all. Feeling okay, got up and then hitting the pillow the next night and getting a catch up. So really, I've had minimal dreams as a result of it. It's almost like I've needed to just take that time out to settle.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to listen to that more. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you, Marie?
Yeah. I've just noticed, I was just saying to Nick before the show, guys, I've really noticed I've had to watch my thoughts. It's like these little stories are starting to come into my head again. I haven't had this for ages. And it's like, whoa, hang on, where did this come from? No, 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 stop. Thank you, but no, thank you. So I've really, like, as Nick said, it's like being vigilant with it. And it's like it would take me down this merry road of these little negative stories. And it's like, wow. So I do feel there's still a lot of changes and shifts. And I think with talking to other people and helping people with energy work, it's lineage. There's a lot of lineage stuff coming through. So I'd really love to hear how everyone else has been feeling, energy wise, or what's been going on with thought patterns or dream patterns. And yeah, just see, and that's why I think I put up the topic today but we can talk about everything, of course, but how do our dreams, how can they help influence us in our real life? And I've still noticed for me, there's been the theme of old sort of boyfriends or whatever coming up and helping me to see what was the gift from that and what did I learn from that and what was my role for them in that as well, and really understanding that it wasn't meant to be long term and that was perfect. And it's almost like, oh, just letting go of something I didn't even know I was holding. So yeah, and and Dennis ice cream is always fabulous, and I've always got a spoon.
Well, I can't remember. Well, Dennis, what's your favourite ice cream?
Oh, chopped chip. Was it mint chopped chip? Because so yeah, so like, oh, so that's right, the ears. And Dennis is just saying like the ear ringing.
That's what I was just saying too to Marie prior to the show, that I even had it again this morning, and it's still happening now. Just this, and I'm just, as you said from last week, just opening up that space and saying, yeah, thank you for doing what you need to do. And sometimes, once again, I go, I can hear you. I know, I can hear you.
I know it is.
Yeah.
And that
Oh, it
really,
is. You were right. Tracy said that too. I think that's right. Chocolate chip mint. I think that was one of my favourites as a child.
yes, yeah, I love mint. So yeah, amazing. So there you go. But so yeah, so
And
let
I
us.
just Can I add something about what you just said to Marie that just sort of came to me? Was often that you think, oh, I'm in the clear. I've got this. I'm on the road to the new, and I get to create whatever I want. And then you drop into this weird state of making up a story that's come out of fear rather than love, and then you question it and you're quickly out of it again, much quicker than the past. But there's something that still says to me that I feel that because a lot of people are going to step into that mode very soon, that we be in our presence, that it's just like a little reminder. Remember what it felt like for you.
Yeah, good
Remember what it feels like for them now then, because they're experiencing it. So you have to honor their emotions at the same time,
Yeah, yeah.
just the same way that we have to learn to do that with ourselves. So there is something more in that, of course. But I think it's getting easier for us. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I think, and we don't realize it's like sometimes, you can take a photo and then, 4 months later you take another photo and you go, wow, I didn't notice the change because it was gradual. So yeah,
True.
that's so true. So now, okay, so today we've got Niobe who's popped up a dream for us to look at. So let's have a
Excellent.
look there.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Niobe. Had a dream in which I was drawing and receiving a feather. I was expecting to get a dark blue one, but instead I got a light blue one. Appreciate the feathery insides. Oh, I
Wow.
love feathers.
Gorgeous. Yeah, feathers are incredible. Um,
Who doesn't collect them? Come on.
no, oh man, I know I've had some incredible moments with feathers as well, Nobi. So look, for example, for me in physical life, I found this feather and it was an eagle feather. And I remember just tuning into it and putting it like this way across my face. And then I could smell the bird. And then I started to see the bird flying. It was like tapped in etherically to that beautiful bird through the energy of the feather. And it was an amazing sensation. So yeah, so if anyone has got any ideas for them, what does a feather mean? And the colours, of course, as well. So what does dark blue compared to light blue mean, which is really interesting. So
and the drawing part aspect of that dream, the receiving aspect of that dream, what you felt was coming, but it was actually not quite the same as what was coming to you.
yeah.
And you're right about the feather. When you pick up a feather, every one of those is so unique. That's why there's such a beautiful thing to be presented with in life, in real life. I mean, and of course, in our dream world, they represent even more. But I do the same thing. The first thing I tend to do is grab the feather and I have to run it across the top here to feel it and smell it. I don't know why I do it, and probably now you've just given me some insight. But I always get that. It's like I can touch. It's like I'm touching that animal, the bird type of whatever it is. I'm connecting with it on that level. Yeah.
And the breath, because they use the air. They use,
yeah, that's the point. Yeah. So have we got any ideas?
So Marie loves feathers. Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Feathers are amazing. I had another experience with feathers. I was actually helping another lifetime. I had this grief come up and I went to see this girl that does massage, intuitive massage, and she went, "You've got another lifetime going on." And I went, "Yeah, there's this grief." And we worked through it. And it was the one I think I've told you about where there was a another timeline. And there was a lady that was a baker and it was the olden sort of days, and the husband had gone off to get some goods on the cart and horse and never came back. And she was just, where is he? Is he dead? Is he? And she was in the little stone church that they had in the village. And I came consciously up next to her. And I remember I knew I had to drop a white feather next to her. And I knew she got it in reality in that lifetime. And she knew that he'd gone. And she was a baker. And I actually have incredible intuitive skills around food. And it was really incredible. And I knew, and then the grief went. So that was all that was needed, was this feather. So the feather through centuries has had that same meaning as well. So yeah, and Dennis has actually popped something up there.
Yeah, Dennis has said, when my first friend ever died, I found out and I was outside. I started crying and a single white feather landed in my hand. I still have it.
Goosebumps. Yeah. The white feather, and it was very significant because I knew it had to be a white feather, Dennis, as well. So, but isn't it beautiful that through that other realm, our beautiful loved ones can actually send us that message? So, and Dennis, have you ever actually done what Nick and I were talking about, where you pop it just right there, right above your lip, and between the nose and the lip, and just smelt it and tuned into it energetically, and just to see, just see what you. That'd be
picking it up again. I mean, I know when I put a bunch of feathers in a little pot, I have some really big, because we have black cockatoos here, and the feathers are huge, like they're massive, and they're prized. Like if you find one, it's like, wow, you can't, you really want to hold on to them. And I have a little spot where I put those when I do my smudging, and I always know that I could almost blindfold myself and pick the feather. It's like I know the feather, which one is sending me that feeling and energy. And sometimes I will occasionally pick a different one because there's a different purpose to it. But I'm wondering if it's also because it's something I need and the feather is helping me to sense that. But yeah, there's definitely something in the connection of each of those feathers.
Mm-hmm.
So we got any ideas of what the feather might have meant for the dream?
Okay, so there's do you want to read that one from Lady Hawk?
Yeah, my grandma always said, if you find a feather, then an angel is near. When feathers appear, when feathers, yeah, that's right, angels are near. Yeah, that was a saying that I grew up with as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, and it, you know, and like I said, this is centuries. This is like something that just seems to be in our psyche.
Yes.
So, yeah, which is really lovely. So, and so if we go back to the hi Loretta and Greg, it's nice to see you guys on. Yay! So we'll go back to Niobe's dream, and the fact that Niobe was drawing a feather. There's definitely I'm going to do some cards on this, but I'm definitely getting intuitively that there's a consciousness for you that's coming through, and so a dark blue. What does dark blue mean? So dark blue. To me, okay, so we have what I call the dark blue body, which is where we actually can change our template from. This is where I believe that our template can be changed from. And a light blue one to me is connecting consciously through our chakra. I'm just trying to think of the name of it at the back here. Causal chakra. Causal chakra. That's all I know.
Causal, right, yeah.
And that helps us to, believe it or not, connect into beings, to angelic realms, to spirit. So I would say that you may be having an activation around that, Niobe. So, because it's a very specific dream. So let's just have a little look and see what our cards are going to say for that as well. So, yeah, because it's.
So I'll reserve my thoughts until you pull the cards.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. A lot of tingling with this one. Let's just see what it is. Okay, so when the Seven of Wands comes up for me, what that's saying is that this is about taking action for your self-identity. So I would say that the feather's giving you some insight into an aspect of yourself that, yeah, you're going to find out about. I feel this is something a little bit new that's coming through for you. Oh, I think it's that one. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. So we've got our beautiful Page of Pentacles, which is something new that's coming through for you in your reality. And it's just a small step at a time. So this is something that I feel you're actually waking up to, which is really beautiful. And, yeah, so you don't have to worry. I love it when the Nine of Swords comes up. So this is telling me whatever it is, you don't have to worry. It's going to come through. It may come through in another dream as well. You might get more insight through a dream because that's a nighttime card, which is really interesting. Victory card, Six of Wands. So whatever it is, it's actually going to, you're going to get it. You're going to understand it. You're going to know it. So it's like a gift is what I'm feeling. So what are you getting, Nick?
Well, the very first time I learnt to do a meditation that was more to do with stepping into a past life and then meeting one of my family members, where you learn to connect with them and sit down and have conversations. The key that came to me first of all was a white feather. That was the one. That was the connection. That once I had that white feather, I just said, what is it that I will receive that will get me to, that will give me the opening to get to where I need to get to in that meditation, or, you know, I'm daydreaming or whatever. So the white feather was the one thing that came up for me. So I've always seen it as an opportunity where something's about to come in for you.
Love it.
Exactly. And so it's like, because the feather's like floaty and it's an uplifting feeling, which means whatever it is, it's going to be something wonderful for you. And that's pretty much what you were saying with those cards. The dark blue and the light blue, I actually got that sense of balance, is that you were thinking this, but this is coming to you. So it's a little bit like whatever's coming is going to help you come back into that sense of wholeness, because we tend to just stick on one way of thinking. And that's why we have to physically have something appear in front of us. And when we get messages, particularly from the spirit world, whether for ourselves or from someone in us or family, it has to be done subtly enough in a way that we notice it, because it's up to us to determine it. You know, they just can't come in and create things for us. So, yeah, I do feel that there's an opportunity, or there's something going to come in for you in a subtle way too. Really subtle. It's actually going to be quite beautiful, and you're going to love it. Mm.
Yeah. And Niobe, I was just getting the thought then as well that it might be a good idea for you to connect in with that feather, the one that you've dreamt about, and do what we were talking about. Actually, just imagine it and bring it up to here and see what comes through with your senses.
Yeah, yes, exactly. If you can break back into that aspect of it, and even the drawing to me is a creating process of creating. So is it something? Is it a gift you're going to get back? There's something about that it's showing me there's a bit of you that it's going to be this self-discovery. It's not like someone's just giving you some random thing that you go, oh, thanks. You know, it's something that's coming from within you already. So yeah, that's such a beautiful dream. Those dreams are so clear and simple to me. Even if you don't know what they mean, over time, you just sit with those really clear. That's a nice way that Spirit sends us information.
Yep, yep. So, and Marie's actually popped something up as well.
My family always said there were messages from those that have passed. Yes.
Yeah, so it seems to be a collective knowing about the feathers.
Yes.
So yeah, and Dennis has already worked with his feather.
Oh, yes, I put the feather to my heart, and Louis brought me convert and said he loved me still. Oh, conversation?
Yes. Yes.
And said he loved me still.
Beautiful.
Exactly. And, you know, it's the clearest message you always get is this message of love.
Yeah, definitely. That's what always comes through when I'm connecting in with loved ones for people through mediumship. It's always, oh, I love you. So always. So that's beautiful. So, and
you know what's going to happen now, don't you? Everyone's going to find a feather.
Well, I hope so. That's funny. So,
and we'll all tune into that feather, and it'll be really interesting.
I think so too. So yeah, so that's great. So thank you for sending that in, Niobe. So, and we've got a few other dreams that have been popped up by people. Let's have a look and see what's going on. So Marie's just talking about how she was feeling, because we were asking about energetically where people were at and, you know, what's going on.
Yeah, Marie was saying it's a tough week for me. Yeah, woke up, neck hurt, thought I slept wrong, but then my jaw and head hurt. Slept most of 3 days and rested the next couple. No idea what's going on, but it's better. Yeah.
Interesting, Marie. I've had this like a burning in my right scapular area at the back here, and I know it's energetic because I can it actually releases and it's just like normal, and then it comes back again when I don't expect it after a few days, and so I know it's an emotional, energetic trigger. So I'd still need to do a little bit more work with that one. So yeah, so I'm sorry that you had that happen, but it's definitely, at least you had the common sense to actually rest. A lot of people just push through, might take painkillers or whatever, and I feel it's so important that we do take that time out to rest. I had a whole day just with no responsibilities, just doing whatever I wanted, which was not much. It was so nice, and I just felt so much better afterwards. So I think it's really important to really look after ourselves and not do the usual push through things. So I'm glad it's feeling better.
You know, and my neck's been a bit of an issue on and off for the last few weeks as well. And I know it's not long term. It's not a thing that's major, but it's just trying to release that all the time. Every time I feel like it's this energy that comes through, gets stuck, and I'm holding on to something emotionally, you know, that's causing that physical thing. But I did this little trick, and I don't know where I read it, and I thought it's like it was, you know how we can get codings, or people just by speaking are sending us a frequency that can help us with healing, even just subconsciously or unconsciously. And, you know, if you think of the angel numbers, like 555, to me represents change is coming, and 1 is new beginnings. So this thing of 55515, and I just keep repeating it. And because I'm not focusing on that neck pain or whatever anymore, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, where's it gone? You know, and I'll just keep doing that every now and then. So it's almost like, once again, setting that intention is, you know, okay, it's like when something's healing, it gets to its worst phase. it's actually all coming out. It's showing you that the healing process has already begun, and we're in that phase of completion, rather than it festering and hasn't shown itself yet. So I always try to look at things like that as a beneficial thing that's happening to me to clear and release something, whatever it might be.
It's owning it and accepting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
beautiful. I haven't done that one. That's beautiful.
Mm.
So, but thank you. And then Lady Hawk's had a dream.
In my dream, I was asleep having a dream, and I was trying to remember what it was about. So I'm dreaming my actual dream. What is that all about?
I love it. You're what I would call lucid dreaming, Lady Hawk. You're the observer of your dream. So in real life, when we can be the observer of our thoughts, our mind, our body, anything, that's really taking it up a notch. So it's actually, yeah, so you're dreaming in your dream. And they're amazing dreams. I've had these too, but I call it lucid dreaming. So what do you think?
Oh, definitely lucid dreaming. And it's like going another level down. There's plenty of movies to watch if you're not sure about what that all means. There's lots of great movies that, like Inception, I think is one of them, something like that.
It's funny, that just came up last night somewhere, and I went, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Inception. Amazing.
And and in that movie, he uses something to determine which part of the dream he's in, because when you start going down beyond layers, like it's like you have the ability to question your own dreams while you're in the dream. And but you sometimes want to know, well, where did all this start from? I sort of don't think it really starts from anywhere, but he uses a spinning top or something.
Yeah.
If it's not in his pocket and it's not spinning, he's in another phase of the dream, where he. So yeah, I use the tongue on the top of my mouth. That's what I use.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
So then it helps me to ask questions as well of something.
That's so interesting. I think it was Deb that someone was doing another dream show with me when I was sort of, trying to get someone to come on and be a buddy. And she was talking, I'm sure, about like, doing something, whether it's holding your finger or whatever it is, so which exactly like you're saying with putting your tongue, the conscious physicality. So yeah, that's a great reminder of that too. So there you go, Lady Hawk. Maybe find something for you that you can do so that you go, oh, I'm awake but I'm asleep. So because we're in, there's so many different aspects and layers of those realms when we're dreaming.
And what it's all about to me is that at any moment you can have another experience in another reality parallel to what you're having. We can have multiple ones. And so when you're stepping into those in your sleep dream, for whatever reason, I've yet to really work out why we get sent to those. Yeah. What particular moment in time. They always feel there's some reason that we cross over into them. Or is it just because we're coming together to be so much into a wholeness that we have to, it's like you can't be right exact on the line. So you have to step into that reality a little bit more to bring it closer. I've been having lots of dreams like this lately. A lot of these sort of, where time's completely warped, and I don't know where I am and which one I'm in. But I'm lucid. I know what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So I just pulled a card for you, and it's so pertinent. It's the Queen of Pentacles, and this is someone that's contemplating their reality. So I just think that's just amazing. Wow. And then we got the Knight of Cups. So this is someone bringing you an emotional message, but it's being done in a really beautiful, calm way. So having an intention to remember your dreams before you go to sleep, if that's what you've been doing, then I would say that you're going to get some insight into that or some understanding of that. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. I love this card. It's very unique, very independent being that's very abundant. So I would say there's something uniquely you. That is, you're going to maybe get a little bit of information about, and whether you do a contemplation time or a meditation on that as well. I think that'd be really cool. And let us know how you go with it.
Yeah. And keep at it, because it's like anything. It's a muscle memory. If you keep working on it, it will come back to what you had the ability to do before. So it's just practicing. And there'll be weeks where you just think, oh, I'm almost going to not bother. I keep asking for a dream and asking to remember it. But that's because you're sort of pushing up against it as well. It's just got to let it flow. And that teaches us that as well. Something just came through then about that.
It did. That's it, with that throat.
Exactly.
Well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Marie's had a dream as well. This is great, guys. Thanks for sharing all this.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Saw a close-up of a huge elephant head with his left side faded and bright-coloured half-oval line appeared on remaining side. So beautiful and bright, extremely peaceful feeling.
Wow. So Marie, what does an elephant mean for you? I'm going to ask that before we delve into it. It's so important because I have my own what do you call it, stereotyping, I suppose, of what an elephant means to me. So it'd be interesting to see what an elephant means for you. So pop that in the comments. I reckon we'll leave this one until Marie's managed to pop back in with it, because I think that's really important. So,
and while you're thinking about that, like, I've just got to get hot because the sun starts coming into this room and it's like glass everywhere, and so I just took this off, and I knew when I put it on this morning. I thought, I'm going to just put that on. Excuse me. And I thought, someone's going to mention an elephant this morning.
What was it that made you think of the elephant? Oh my gosh, you've got an elephant scarf.
You see, I wore it when I first came on the show. And yeah. I thought, no, it's something about, and when I grabbed it, I thought, oh, someone's going to talk about elephants this morning. How weird.
I love it. Synchronicity. Yeah, we're all tuned in. I love it. Good job, you.
It wouldn't be a show without it.
Yeah. So, that's so funny. Okay, so I'll just see if she's popped something in. It was about the one before. Here we go. I'm going to put this one first up, Marie.
Okay. They are majestic and male, powerful. Animal book says past life knowledge, ancient power awakening.
Beautiful. So that's why it's so important that we start knowing our own archetypes or our own symbology within our dreams, because it's going to be different for everyone. Yes, there are mass archetypes, that can come through that are fairly easy to decipher, but definitely with you, I was feeling this is actually something that's important for you. So, and Marie loves your scarf. So yeah, I love it. And the fact that it felt so peaceful. To me, the elephant is unconditional love, and they have a memory. So this is the ancient knowledge. And I mean, I've been told that when I travel at night, I know I'm gone. My friend who's really sensitive to energy that lives here, she came up one night and I must have dozed off in my room with the door shut, and she said, I couldn't even feel your energy. She said, you must have been traveling. But I've been told that I've had times where I go and help elephants that have been hunted or whatever. I'll actually help them, and with whatever's going on, because they're so into their family and that unconditional love as well, which is beautiful.
I just found believe it or not, the elephant's in the book, which sort of doesn't surprise me, because I always think of really evolved animals like a horse, elephant, dogs, cats. They bring so much to this realm. So if I can read it out, I think it'd be beneficial. A powerful part of self, which can be gentle, helpful, or destructive only when frightened. So if an elephant is angry, examine fears. Also keep the positive lessons for growth. Forget the negative dross of experience. You do not have to remember everything, even though the elephant never forgets.
Perfect. And Marie, it sounds like it's exactly what your thoughts are around an elephant as well. So let me just go back to the dream.
Dream later after the elephant. Yeah. All turned black, white, grey. Woman lying down, pregnant. I could see fully developed baby. Next, so many hands from elbow down, crisscrossed, holding other wrist. Beautiful. Yes, I see all that connected.
Beautiful. That's amazing. And the pregnancy is definitely a new beginning, something coming through for you. And so, and you're not alone. You're not alone with this.
There's that support with all the hands as well coming in, And
I hadn't even seen that. And remember, I was saying how elephants love family, and they're young and they're just so caring and supportive and loving with them. So yeah, that's amazing. Okay.
Wow, I've never had an elephant dream. I don't recall one.
No, I can't recall one either.
It's
But
just
snake dreams, I'm still waiting for my snake dream. So, does Jasper have feathers in his realm? Is Dennis is asking. I'll ask him. So,
Oh, yeah.
Jazzy, do you have anything to do with feathers? He's saying that in reality, in the reality of crystal beings of his, he keeps reminding me he's a crystal fairy. Yeah, he's saying we have energy. It's so the energy can look like a feather. So for going through different realms. So the feather is representative with is what Jazzy is saying around traveling in between realms. So that's what the
Yes,
feather
of
represents
course. Yes.
dimensionally. Okay. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, beautiful. So there you go, Dennis. He sort of does, but not the way we think of them.
Mm.
So
And that's the beauty of when you take a language that is so constricting in words away, you get to stick with the glyph or the what that all the meanings behind it can just be represented by one image, like the feather, which is
yeah,
really just a form of energy. Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah,
and
really well
Marie's
said,
also
Jasper. Thanks.
yeah, thanks, Jazzy. He always gives me a different perspective. So and Marie's also popped up here about the let me read that one out.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of the emotional part. I passed on much family stuff before I left New Jersey last year. Now been going through rest and going to pass on almost all rest. Mm.
Mm. So yeah, so amazing. It just and this is in the reality what's going on, and then you're getting your dreams to support it, which is
Mm.
beautiful. So it's
Yeah,
so perfect.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Okay, where are we up to? So let me just check Marie's. I've done Marie's. I've done. Now we're up to Shannon Banana. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Shanna. Okay. The dream. I was at an air print.
I think it's Port.
Yes, I was checking that. I thought maybe it's something new I don't know about. I was at an air print with my luggage and um, something was crowded. The line? No, okay.
It was long lines. Is what
It
I'm
was
doing.
crowded. Sorry, it was crowded and long lines. Airport personnel were putting bags on a cart, but I could see my bags taken or where they were on the cart.
I
As
think
it
she
was,
means she couldn't see them.
yes, that's what I'm thinking too. As it
Yeah.
was very, yeah, okay. So there's a
So,
next part to that.
yep. Okay.
They were very crowded and couldn't see over the people. Then when I arrived, I grabbed my bag, they handed me, and I was completely empty. I was angry. It was completely empty. And I was angry and frustrated as I couldn't track it back and wondering where all my stuff went.
Well, I
Okay,
love
so
this dream. So, and Shanna Banana, I'm going to ask you what's going on for you at the moment in your real life because that's what the
yeah.
topic is for this. Because to me, that's a very powerful, pertinent dream, and I want to know if you are letting go of stuff, if there's something you've had to let go of that you really weren't comfortable with doing it. So just let me know. Can you let us know what's going on for you? Because this dream is really telling us something. So I'm going to wait again until we hear from Shanna Banana about what's going on, in your life. So I'll give that a few minutes and we'll come back to it. So,
And just remember for everyone else, thinking about the key words there: airport,
yep,
luggage,
luggage,
crowds, long lines.
not being able to see your luggage. It was empty when you got it back. You were angry about it. Yeah. So if anyone else has got any ideas, throw them in. But it's a really typical great dream for what it's saying from my perspective. But I'd love to know what's going on in your life, Shanna Banana. So while Shannon is maybe thinking about popping something up, let's just have a look at what Christine said.
I love you guys. You've just helped me realize I've been lucid dreaming. Oh, wow. Okay. And even though I don't remember a lot, I just thought my thoughts were getting in the road of sleeping properly and dreaming better. Yeah.
Oh, you're going, it's another level. So it sounds like there's a few of us that have been doing this. And it's so interesting, isn't it? When there's that synchronicity between people that come onto this, we all come together here and we have that intention of remembering dreams and finding out more about ourselves, remembering who we are and how can it help us in this life here on this earth realm. it's going to happen where we all start maybe synchronizing and having similar experiences in the dream state.
Oh,
So
I just got goosebumps when you said that. It just felt when you said how we're going to that connecting thing
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And someone else just said they got goosebumps as well. I just read somewhere, but of course there's so much in the chat. It's really hard to
Let's see if I can find it.
yeah, to actually get it, to find it. So it'll pop up again. But someone else was just saying they got goosebumps as well. So yeah. But where are we up to? Okay, so
We're going to go back to Shanna's dream.
oh, hang on a minute. There we go.
Spot on. Moving stuff out of my house into storage for future moving out, which I've stopped resisting, trying to find a place to live.
Yeah.
And letting things just happen.
Good girl. That's fantastic. And so Shannon, luggage is always something that we're usually carrying emotionally, something that we not let go of. And the fact that it's been taken from you without you really knowing where it went, to me, it's like it's already gone. And this is just the remnants of you on an emotional level going, oh, it's actually perfect timing to let it go. So in your real life, you are actually literally moving stuff out of your house. And when we do that, what I find is the old memories go. It's like we don't get triggered with a memory from furniture, or we don't get, there's a releasing of something from the past. And as I was saying at the beginning, I've been getting all these little thoughts coming up from things from the past that I've been creating a story with. So again, I feel we're all maybe letting go of stuff that we didn't even know was there. So
we're doing an emotional declutter almost, aren't we?
Yeah. And this is it. And Shannon Banana, what I do when I'm manifesting somewhere to live, I just daydream and I go, oh, what would I love? And I don't let money or anything restrict me. There's no restrictions. This is my pure creative daydreaming place. And so just drop into that and go, oh, I'd really like this where I live. And oh, yes, I love that. It feels so good. And you actually feel it. And then you just let it go. And it's just amazing when we have that space, which you've just done by doing all this clearing out, which is what baggage is in a dream. Then you allow for something beautiful and new to come in without those restrictions up. So I think this is fabulous. So I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing what happens for you.
Yeah. And also saying, show me how good it can get.
Yeah.
You know, because it's opening it up to every possibility then, you know, that will meet more than what you have anticipated. Yeah.
So this or something better is the words that I use when I'm creating.
When I used to fly, I'd often greet people at the main door when they were coming in and checking for boarding passes, etc. And so what I would say, you know, we'd always have a bit of a joke, which is that people would carry all their, you know, they'd be bringing so much excess baggage on, you know, just like everything was there. And you think, you know, it's only, you don't really need all this. It's just like people were holding on to like, I've got to have it just in case. Why would you need that though? You can't even plug it in. Or, you know, there were things that were just so ludicrous. And it was just, you could see, I was never cruel about it. It was just, you could see it was people literally carrying their emotional baggage on board the aircraft, and the aircraft being the metaphor for travel and, you know, going somewhere new, going somewhere different to let go that. And it's just, it was so obvious to me all the time. And I you know, I never said anything to any of them, but it's very true. And because you've given yourself permission to do that now. So it should become quite easy. All that amazing stuff's coming in for sure.
Yeah, I agree. But it was interesting. We had some fires when I lived at Mount Tamborine. There was fires going through, and I had to go to work. And I was going, well, they don't have a fire brigade up there. Everyone's on tank water. And I was driving to work going, well, I've got with me everything I need. I've got my computer and my passport. That's it. That's all I need. And so I let go. I thought, if the house burns down, do you know what? I don't care. And there was just no attachment to anything that I had there. I thought, I don't need that stuff. I don't need any of it. So it was a really interesting moment. It was just, I felt so light. So it's lovely when, you know, it does happen. And of course it was fine, but I just loved that feeling of knowing I could let go of everything and be okay. Oh, Jasper's just saying, well, now you'd have to take me with you as well.
Where are we going, Marie?
Come on, so good. So yeah, and there it is. I knew someone. Yeah, that.
Oh,
Oh,
the Ellen story, yes, of course.
so there's always truth when there's goosebumps.
Yeah, well done.
So okay, so let me just now let's see if anything else has come up. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, Dennis has added an additional little comment to Shanna's stream as well there.
Okay, so let's just have a look. Okay, and Shanna's.
All right, thank you. I also think it was an emotional premonition of letting some emotional stuff go and what happened to me hours later in the day. Okay, yeah.
Beautiful. So you're getting a warning, and this is what dreams can do for us. They can warn us, and when you understand the symbology for yourselves, it's like so helpful. So I'm really glad that you actually got that little premonition, Shanna. So yeah.
That is brilliant. Well done.
Yeah.
And Dennis is saying it's like letting the baggage of life go when you're free to find your truth. I feel there's fantastic things in your future. Bravo. Bravo too. Yes.
Yeah. At an airport, remember the plane is also spiritual journeys. So when you're at an airport, then there's a potential to be stepping more into something that's spiritual. So yeah. So wow. So that's beautiful. I love it. So hi, Maple Tree. She's on.
Hi.
Okay, so where are we up to? Gosh, we've got lots of really good stuff on here today. This is fantastic. I think that's all of the dreams to date that we've got. So here we go. So yeah, if you've got any more comments or things, pop them up. Yeah. So and so let me think. So we've got a bit of time, and do you want me to do a little reading for someone just to break it up and just to see what's going on for people? So we can do that if you like. So if you want a little reading or just tuning into that spiritual aspect of where we're at, so just put 8 up, and I'll let it run for a bit so that people then. Yeah, Miss Tracy's dream. Oh no, terrible.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, Tracy.
I didn't even see that one, Tracy. I'll just go back. You can read that out for me, and I'll just pop it up.
Oh, I didn't even see the comment before.
What does it mean to have dreams over a period of time? Oh, here we go. Found it.
Okay. Recently, I had a detailed dream which I remembered, and then the other night I had another dream that was a continuation of the initial dream. Woke up being very confused of how I could have two dreams. Well, I'm not confused about it at all.
It's interesting because it's a similar theme, isn't it, as to what has been going on? Is this? It's almost like lucid dreaming. So if you're having another dream that was a continuation of the initial dream, there was obviously more information for you that was coming through.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that can happen. You can have. I mean, people sometimes have ongoing dreams, don't they? Like I remember I had this nightmare from when I was a child. I was 5, and I had that witch chasing me up the spiral mountain, and it wasn't until I was 27 that I got it. So Tracy, hopefully you won't keep on getting this continuation of a dream. You'll be able to work it out.
Yeah.
And
it's true. Someone was talking to me the other day in person about she's had a few dreams in a row of things occurring, and I was just trying to get her to break it down a bit more for herself. And then she said it suddenly stopped, and I said, well, then whatever it was, how do you feel about it? She said, I think I cleared it now. So basically, that's what it's doing. It's just trying to send a message.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's and it's funny because sometimes if I don't remember dreams, but I'm actively know I'm dreaming while I'm dreaming, which is a little bit, it is like lucid dreaming, and I'll know what's going on, and then I wake up and it's just gone, and I go, oh, I've cleared it, perfect. I don't know consciously. I've already done it sort of consciously in my dream.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's why. And so if you have another dream, Tracy, that follows on from that dream, then there's still more coming through for you. I would actually sit and have some contemplative time with it, and ask it, just drop in, and ask give me more information or just show me something, or if you get a feeling, if you feel like it's not completed. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So
Well, it looks like Loretta's in our chat there. Seems to be a standout.
Oh, okay. So Loretta for the reading.
Mm.
Okay. So Loretta.
Oh, sorry, Greg. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, but I think it's for Loretta.
Loretta do it together. Okay. So Loretta, looks like it's your little reading day. Okay.
So let's all tune into Loretta.
So I'm just going to tune in through my beautiful divine self to Loretta's divine self, because I have permission. I'm going to see what's going on for you. Okay, this is interesting as to what I'm getting. Okay, right, all right, I'm just going to do the cards now. Let's see what comes up for you. Yeah, okay. It was really interesting what I was seeing. I always get a vision or an image of something that's pertinent, that's going on a bit of a spiritual level. So let's just see. Interesting. So we've got our Ten of Pentacles. I love this card. This is a very abundant card. There's a lot going on in reality for you, and it can often involve other people. I'm just going to pull one more, and then I'm going to tell you what I saw. So Jasper's nosing in on it. Hang on a second. Oh my Lord, this is amazing. So we've got the Sun card as well. So you've got, these are really, really positive cards. And this, to me, when the Sun card comes up, it can also be around children, it can be around your inner child and playfulness. Because when I saw, what I got shown was you had this beautiful white cross going through you of light. But at the end of the cross, your little hands were doing this. So it was almost like you're still trying to do stuff when it's already happening for you. So you can actually just pull your hands in and just relax, because everything that's happening for you is happening. It's divinely guided, because these are really positive cards. So you don't have to let your mind think that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Just allow it to happen. It's almost like you've gone through a bit of a death rebirth process, and you're sort of coming through the other end. So Queen of Cups, to me, this is a beautiful the feminine aspect of our emotional body, and it's contemplating it. There can be some sadness and grief, but it's okay. You don't have to do anything. Just allow it to be, because you've already got this beautiful energy supporting you. It's so light and so bright. So you can just sit on your hands is what I'm getting. And whatever you desire, the Nine of Cups, whatever you've loved, desired, wanted, it is coming into fruition. So, but sometimes we need to sit on our own hands so we don't get in our own way. I don't know if that helps, but they're really positive. So I don't know, Nick, what did you get?
Oh, I just looked at the word. I kept looking at Loretta, and I kept feeling, I always get this feeling. It's like this. I saw E.T. I'm trying to explain what goes through my mind so other people can start tapping into their own ways of thinking and doing, and it might just trigger something for someone else. But I look at how she's written that down, and straight away I just felt, oh, it's to do with how it was written, the energy that came in when it was written. So that ETA 888, no, I felt that's expansion. It's expansion. There's something about expanding going on here. So yeah, there's things coming in, and and it's exactly right, because it was done to me. The ETA was the expansion. The 888 was the expansion. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's pretty clear. It's not just once. So yeah, let it go.
Absolutely. And let it go. Eight of Cups came up. This is walking away from something. And it's something that's been emotional. You walk away from it because you've got the Fool, which is the new beginnings. This is, and having faith, just to sit on your hands and allow yourself to just fall off the edge of that cliff, because you're looked after, you're supported by the light completely.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, and play that Sun card with that child. What is it that brings you joy?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, nice message for you there.
Yeah,
well done.
So excellent. Awesome.
Excellent.
So yeah, and yeah, I just saw something else that caught my eye. Oh, and Dennis has popped one up. Now Dennis doesn't ever ask for a reading.
No, he doesn't.
So Dennis, I've got time, so I'm gonna do you today as well.
Right.
So I hope it's all right. Oh my God. As soon as I went to tune in, Dennis, your heart is huge. I'm
I
getting
can
an
feel
emotion.
it too. He's got this ability to do that.
Oh, you have this incredible love energy within you. It's beautiful. Oh, it's just incredible. It's really beautiful. And you do have a sense of humor because I'm picking up on that as well straight away. Yeah, okay. I just asked for going through my divine self to your divine self, what it is. Am I doing good on my path? Let's have a little look and see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as soon as I felt your heart, oh, it's yes straight away. Just who you are, being who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough, literally. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just see which one wants to come up for Janice. Oh, that one's tingling. Yeah. Got our beautiful Page of Pentacles. So this is, to me, taking small action steps, something new, doing new things, which to me it always feels like you are. And you don't have to worry. I love it. That Nine of Swords has come up again. You do not have to worry. You are just take those beautiful little steps that you feel are right for you. And yeah, you just don't have to worry. And so if you're worrying about something, or if you're worrying about you're not doing enough or you're not doing the right thing, look at what you want. So your Nine of Cups come up again. So this is, what are your dreams? What are your desires? Just feel into them and use that creative way of bringing them to you, because you've got the energy in your heart. That's where we create from. You've got that beautiful creative energy. So, and again, it's really interesting because this card's come up again, the Eight of Cups. So to me, it's time to let go of what you feel you needed to look after or hang on to. You can let it go now, walk away. That Eight of Cups is about letting go of something that's emotionally been there. Yeah. So, and when the Two of Swords comes up, I love this, because this to me it can be about asking more questions. What do I want? What do I need? Who can I say no to? What's right for me? So in making decisions for you based from that, your desires, that Nine of Cups. So yeah, so you are doing good on your path. But what I would say is look after you more, do what's right for Dennis more, because yeah, and what I saw when I tuned in was, I felt the emotion, I felt the heart, I felt the sense of humor, and then it's like where your heart is, it's like you're tapped in directly in to what I call the void, which is where we release stuff into and we create from. You have a direct connection literally into that amazing deep space. So that's what I saw, and I haven't seen that before. So that's pretty incredible. So I feel you need to really give yourself some kudos. This card's come up again, Dennis. Don't have to worry. There's no worrying. Okay. So yeah, you're fine. You're doing amazing, and you need to tell yourself that you're doing amazing. So that's what I was getting. So Nick, do you want to?
I just instantly felt before you started pulling cards, I almost want to cry because the emotion feels so strong. And it's like, yes, it goes straight in and just overwhelms me. And I felt like you are the heart. You're the beating heart in itself. And it doesn't matter what you do, what you think, or how you feel. It doesn't matter, because that's what you are. And you're emanating that. It's radiating out of you. So, in fact, just be. Just sit, just take that time to be. And you don't have to question any of it. It's like you've already done what you need to do. It's just sitting there now for all of us, and I feel it. It can be a little every now and then. Whenever you come in and say something, it's just like, oh, I feel it. So you're having an impact without even doing anything.
More, yeah, and Dennis says, I'm letting go of the past, exactly that Eight of Cups, for a future that I wish to bring into being, which is the Nine of Cups. And you have more love to give. The first thing, though, I remember I used to always meditate and send out love to the world, to every sentient being, to every animal creature, everything. I just and then I got stopped one day and I got told, stop, you've got to send it to Marie first. And I went, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. So Dennis, you have more love to give it to you first, because you're so used to your energy, you're so used to that feeling. But if you give it to you, you will actually start to get nurtured from it. So love to you first.
Well said, yes.
Yeah.
Well
so
said.
that's Yes, I know. Good job.
Can I just share something? It's sort of, I feel it's a message that seems to come out. It's this morning I woke up and I had this a snippet of a dream where I was ready to go out for dinner and was at the place where I was going out for dinner, but I had things still had to come back. So I was going to go home, get changed, and then come back. But as I was getting in the car, I went past and I saw like a big, I don't know what, you know, those Met Gala things they have in America, although it could have been in the UK, it doesn't matter. But, and then I looked over as I was getting in my car and I saw Elizabeth Taylor. And I thought, the first thing that came into my mind is I thought, oh, she's just like me. Even though she's known.
What did you see? I missed that.
Elizabeth Taylor, the actress.
Oh, Elizabeth Taylor. Okay.
Yeah, she was on the stairs or just about to get out of a car or getting out of the car, and I had this sort of connection. I looked and I thought, oh, you know, there's somebody that was known for her beauty and her riches and all of that, and we think only some people can get that. It's out of our reach. But at that very moment in time, I felt completely equal to her.
Beautiful.
And it made me think about that we're going to feel that sense of that abundance as well, and just being who we are. We don't have to be the Elizabeth Taylors. We can, you know, like we don't have to give ourselves any labeling for it. We just have to be exactly who we are. And I think that concept of loving yourself first in order to give that love is the key to all of that. You know, to bring in what we need to bring in, we just need to be okay with ourselves as well.
I know, and you know, and it's always, you know, the society and system has been set up so that we look outside of ourselves for that. Oh yeah, they've got that. Oh, I'd love to be that. We are everything we want to be. It's here. And it's just remembering that. So, and this is why it's so beautiful we all get together, because we can actually feel people's different people's gifts, you know, their heart love or their emotional intelligence, whatever it is, you know. It's so lovely to share that because we're open. And so I think it's beautiful. So yeah, that's great, Janice, that you are going to do that. And maybe that's something we could all practice before next time that we come on. So yeah, I think that would be just so lovely that every morning the first thing we do when we wake up is, oh, I love me. I love Maria, or I love Trigel, or I love, you know, Loretta, whoever we are. And even looking in the mirror sometimes and doing that into our own eyes can really help us to connect into that beautiful divine aspect of ourselves. So yeah. So wow. So what a beautiful show and connection today, and so much synchronicity and so much of dreams really impacting our reality and helping us. So that was awesome how that all just came through from everyone. And the elephant scarf, thank you, Nick, as usual. You've always got a little prop happening.
It's so weird, isn't it?
No.
Like I'm literally in a room with nothing except it's a spare room, it's a bed, and it's just like it's nothing here that I can grab except what I bring into it.
I know. So, no,
it's fun, and I chat, and I also say to people, go ahead and start playing with these things, that, you know, and you don't have to. I'm getting these little sparkles coming down again. It's so lovely just then. So it's like, yeah, play. That came on the word play. So play.
Because elephants play as well. Elephants play. Yeah. So, wow. Well, we're nearly at the hour. So, everyone, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you as well from me.
And
I love you to have everybody on the chat. Yeah. Appreciate you all.
And thanks, Jazzy.
Thanks, Jazz.
Okay. And
thanks, Marie.
All right, and we'll see. I have got a friend staying next week, but I'm planning to do the dream show, but we'll see how we go. Okay.
All right. Everyone have a lovely week. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.